July 19th at 9 p.m. I just got back from convenience store getting some smokes. So I'm still not there yet. I'm smoking like 1.5, 2 cigars a day. Oop. Hey. I don't know if you'll cooperate with me or not. See? Yeah, I just realized I match. Garden Warfare, represent. I had my doctor's appointment with my primary today. She seemed pretty chill with my progress. Blood tests came back. Everything looked good. There was nothing that even made her think, like cancer or anything like that. All the counts were good. The only thing that liver, kidneys, everything looked fine. She still didn't hear a wheeze when she listened to my lungs again. So she and Pix both are trying to reassure me. They're like, you're going to be okay with the emphysema thing. You're doing all the right things. You quit smoking. You're going to be fine. I can't hear you. And I said, I know there's mild, moderate, severe, very severe. And she's like, look, normally if somebody is in moderate stage, I can hear a wheeze every time I listen. Severe and very severe, even more so. You still have to go to a pulmonologist and get your breathing test, where I did a lot of research on this because freaking out. I get like a gold rating and an FEV. These are like scores for how much breath control you have, how much lung capacity you actually command and all that. But she's like, if you've got all this going on, you're in the mild category. My prognosis, whatever said it, I had moderately severe damage to the upper lobe, lungs, blah, blah, and it said that I had moderate. But she's like, honestly, with what you've got going on, you're probably in mild category. She's like, you don't have shortness of breath. I said, if I run a mile, yeah. And she's like, anybody short of breath if they run a mile. Which, that's true, but, when I did do that extreme sprint like a year ago, I was legit out of breath for a minute or two. I knew at that point, I didn't think I had COPD or emphysema, or lung cancer or whatever. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew that I had lung damage from years of smoking. That was very much an obvious thing to me. Talked to my mom again yesterday, and she reinforced the idea that she and my dad both have COPD and have for years, and ironically, my mom is kind of out of breath a lot, but according to her, that's because she's got fatty tissue around the lungs that make it harder to use them, and that's because she's overweight and diabetic and doesn't miss free pie day at Village Inn, and she's going to do what she's going to do. So I can't control that. I tried to help her dietary and all that, and it's a quality of life thing for her. She's going to do what she's going to do. As she put it, I'm 84, I'm going to make my own choices. Okay? You're killing yourself, you're poisoning yourself. I'm a hypocrite, I smoke, I'm trying to quit, but, bright side, I think if I do quit, this is going to affect me very little, I think. It's still a little scary, though. I'm not sure. That was weird. It's like the lighting on my... I don't know what that was all about. It's supposed to be when candle lights flicker when the air is deathly still. That's an LED bulb. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah. Mowed the lawn today, including some of the high grass on the side, which was a chore. My doc said I should do 20 minutes of exercise a day, which with my lifestyle, it's not really a big deal. was out in the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock Florida sun, 90 degrees, 94 degrees, feels like 130, that kind of thing. I was out in that because Marcus Wolfgang is that dork. I listened to the monorail spiel. There are a lot of people probably watching this shaking their heads like, God, that guy's got problems. But I listened to the monorail spiel, a couple of Dapper Dan sets. I've got a 45-minute Main Street area loop set, suite, whatever you want to call it. It's probably an hour and 10 minutes there total. And I was listening to because from there I go to the Tomorrow. That's right, I just put the railroad circuit on there. That's a 20-25 minute thing of the start at Main Street, because that's where you start your day, to Frontierland, Fantasyland, and then back to Main Street. It's a full circuit with the audio, the conductor, and all that. Nostalgic fun. Hear that? That's the sound of adventure. It's interesting hearing Up to Date though, because it was like Pirates of the Caribbean, like movie. Might have been. It was like Skull and Crossbones, if you know the pieces from the soundtrack. But that music was kind of in the background a little bit. You hear that? That's the sound of adventure. And I'm like, yeah, that's Pirates of the Caribbean, like movie music. Cool. Dun 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 dun. Anyway, yeah, I know I'm that dork. I know. So yeah, the railroad. That's 25, hour and a half there, ish. And I was listening to the Tomorrowland area loop. I've got like a 25 or 30 minute loop there, because from Main Street you go to Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, and circle the park. So I've got an area loop basically introducing Tomorrowland, because you got to walk across the bridge with Sunny Eclipse's place on your right. You're like heading towards the Astro Orbiters, which I will forever call the Starjets. Sorry, not sorry. Heading towards that. Space Mountain's kind of ahead and to the right if you look. Fantasyland's left diagonal. So, the area loop for Tomorrowland kind of introduces the idea that you're entering Tomorrowland, at least in my head. And then I think I go to like Laugh Floor and then Buzz and Lightyear Spin or Astro Blasters or whatever they're calling it this week. Oh, I'm making coffee, in case you're wondering what that weird gurgling sound is. And it is raining a little bit outside too. Oh, it's funny because if you know me, you know that I'm, for the most part, a pretty positive person. I'm not really the Debbie Downer, I'm not the negative guy. The emphysema thing it's really traumatic for me. But I'm not normally that guy. I'm normally pretty upbeat. I'm the stoic guy in the room, which is why this is so weird, is I'm normally the guy that everybody looks at because they need someone to be calm and stoic. I'm usually that guy. But not with this one. This is real. It's a real dick punch. It's a real in my face kind of thing. And it's very new to me. But so I buried my 17-year-old old lady cat last month. Some of you guys, May 19th is when she died. She had been with me 17 years. But I have 2 boy cats. Because of the pride that we have here, there are 3 cats that pretty much have decided that I'm their person. I gotta get some creamer, hold on. And we're back. But I was joking with a friend of mine the other day that my 2, because we have like 5 other cats. Actually, we currently have 7 cats. We had 8. My old lady died. But joking with a friend of mine the other day that they would probably think I'm some kind of evil warlock because the 2 cats that have claimed me the one that I held up a minute ago he's about a 10-pound tuxedo with 7 toes on his front paws. His name is Hexy. And I have I think 17, 18-pound black cat named Jinx. You would think your cat's names are Jinx and Hex. What the hell are you? Now, Hexy we did name because we thought it would be funny, because we already had a cat named Jinx, and we've got some like mystical sounding names for some of our cats. We thought Hex would be funny because we also, at the time when we were working on adopting him, we got him right before Hurricane Ian went through. There was somebody who was trying to travel. They had found him as a stray, were trying to fix him up and get him back to health because he had some issues. And we were informed by the nurse. It was actually, I think, an ER nurse who was a customer at the store that I was working at. She tried to give the kitten, or like advertise the kitten through one of my cashiers, and I happened to be passing by when I heard kitten needs home. And now that I look back on it, I'm like, I was meant to overhear that conversation because he was supposed to be my cat. Which is cool. He's cool. He's a little jackass. I like him. But we decided to call him Hex because he was a tuxedo with, at the time we thought, 6 toes on his front paws. When we got him, we realized that he actually had 7 toes. He's got like a double thumb kind of thing going on. So I thought, we already thought the name Hex was pretty cool, but it's 7, not 6. So I said, well, why don't we put, an I after the Hex, and we'll just throw the Roman numeral 1 on there. So his name is basically 6 plus 1, Hexy. I know, nerd. But yeah, my cats are Hex or Hexy and Jinx. Yeah. I'm actually a positive guy. And I don't do curses and stuff like that. I don't understand it. They're my little jackasses. Damn good coffee. And hot. You can Google that if you need to. Anyway, yeah, so Doc, her prognosis is that I'm going to live, which is cool. Definitely quit smoking. I'm 3 or 4 weeks into the Wellbutrin. I'm still smoking 1.5 to 2 a day. I've smoked 2 today. I might have another quarter before I go to bed, just because it's been a very long day, and I spent an hour and a half, probably close to 2 hours out in the blazing sun, and then I cooked, and yeah, today was our quasi cheat day. I mean, we're doing the Mediterranean diet, but we're also encouraged once every week or two to do something off diet. So I picked up some pre-seasoned burger patties at Aldi. They were pub style. So I grilled up 4 of those, one for everybody. Big old things, like half-pound patties. And we have several bags of tater tots, which, tater tots, there's nothing wrong with tater tots. Tater tots are like, proof that God loves you. But we've got several bags of tater tots that I picked up a while back in the freezer, so I broke one of those out. So, our own version of a burger and fries. Good stuff. 2-pound bags, everybody probably got about a half a pound of tater tots plus, big old burger. That was a nice cheat meal. That was nice. This kitchen got hot quick. Oh, yeah, something else I want to mention. And there's Jinx. Jinx is right there. Jinx has a fascination with water, by the way. I'm going to share that with you one of these times. I might even film it. It's bizarre, in my opinion. Hilarious. He's just fascinated with water. My mother-in-law sent us an air purifier. It's a little shark unit. It's pretty cool. It cleans the air for, pardon, it's like 650 square feet. So I've got it parked in the living room. It should cover the living room, dining room, kitchen. Part of that whole keep Marcus alive concept. It's funny because it's at last time I looked at it, it was like in the 90s as far as percentage of, clean air and whatnot. And I usually come in the kitchen when I like have a couple puffs of a cigar, and I'll have a couple puffs, and it's around the corner, like 20 feet away, walking 20 feet away from the air purifier. I'll get back into the living room and look at the air purifier, and it's down to like the circle's red. It's like 58%. It's like, oh, you noticed that, did you? Okay. And it'll slowly creep up again, 70, 80. It's funny. It's like, wow, I can't get past you, can I? God, I've got riffraff here. It's astounding. Not the part I played. Xavier was so good. I'm so proud of my cast. Anyway, long time ago. I'd love to do it again, though. God, I miss that. I miss doing theater. Anyway, I'm going to sit down and enjoy my coffee. I'm probably going to have another quarter cigar. It'll be 2 1/4 for the day. Mea culpa. Yeah, I hear you. He's always got something to say. I think he's part Siamese. Yeah, I mean, you listen to that, it sounds, Anyway, I know. I'll pour water for you later. It's a thing. I'll explain it. I gotta film it because people are gonna think I'm nuts when I explain it. They're gonna go, nuh-uh. Yeah, no, it's for real. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna watch some videos on YouTube, smoke a quarter cigar. I'm gonna enjoy my damn good coffee and hot. I'm gonna go to bed a little bit early because I gotta get back on schedule. And I'm pretty whipped. It's been a long day. I don't think I'm gonna watch that many videos. All right. Make it a great day.